What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Cam, aka Curls with Cam, and in today's video, judging by the title, you guys already know I'm gonna be doing a story time for you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, which that is linked down below in the description box, you guys kind of already know. You guys don't know the story, but you know that this happened. So yeah, I thought it would just be a good idea to do a little chit chat, get ready with me, and kind of explain the story and kind of like where it put me, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna get right into the video. Make sure you like, comment, and if you're new here, subscribe. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows because I really have to focus when I do them to make sure that they don't turn out super thick. So yeah, I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera, but for the rest of my like everyday makeup look, I'm gonna do that on camera for you guys. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I am back and my eyebrows are done. I didn't really fill them in like I usually do. I kind of just filled in my tails where I'm kind of missing a little bit of hair. But anyways, now we can get into the video, and I am going to be showing you guys the products that I'm using. So I'm actually about to go in with this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer right here, and I'm just going to put that on the areas that I know I'm about to conceal. So I guess I will begin the day that all this happened. So y'all, me and my boyfriend, we kind of like are that couple that are always on the go. Like always going somewhere, always have things to do, or he always has like meetings to go to or whatever. And sometimes I'll ride with him. So this particular day he did have a meeting, and I was like, well, I'm gonna ride along with you. And I was just, you know, excited to go. So I wanted to go with him. So I went with him to his meeting, and I had actually just gotten some really good news from my job. Oh, and I'm going in with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop contour concealer and the shade Cappuccino. Yeah, this particular day, I was excited, ready to go with him. So I went. And yeah, so I went with him to his meeting. And so, you know, me being like, I had just gotten some really good news from my job, and he had just sealed in a deal that he had been working on. So we were both just like really excited this day. And so after his meeting, we decided to go out to eat, right? So we go out to, I'm not even gonna name the place, y'all. We go out to a seafood spot downtown. I'll just say that. We went out to a seafood spot downtown, and we were both in like a really good mood. I didn't notice this, but I guess my boyfriend did. That when we parked, there was a car that actually backed in right behind us and parked. But, you know, of course, like I wasn't thinking much of it because I'm like, okay, it's a parking lot. People are going to be parking. So, you know, me minding my business and us just, you know, being jolly and good moods or whatever. We are minding our business. We park our car and we walk into the restaurant. So when we get into the restaurant, we waited not even a whole 10 minutes to get seated. And for some reason, like when we first walked in, it was really cold in there, y'all. Like really, really cold. So I was telling my boyfriend, like, it's freezing in here. And he's like, well, do you want me to go back to the car and get my jacket for you so that you won't be cold? And I was like, no, something told me not to let this man go back to the car. I don't know what. I don't know if it was God telling me, like, don't let him go back to the car. But something told me, don't let him go back to the car. So I was like, no, I'm fine. And y'all, my boyfriend literally asked me this like maybe 3 or 4 times. I want to say 3 times. I think he asked me. No, he asked me 2 or 3 times. And he was just like, are you sure? Are you sure? You're cold, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm fine. I'm okay. So I didn't let him go back to the car. So fast forward, we get seated. And we're just enjoying ourselves, like, you know, eating, ordered a big meal. Cause if you know me, you know, I love seafood so freaking much. I absolutely love seafood. It's like the key to my heart. So yeah, I was already like just super excited that we were getting seafood. We were vibing, talking, laughing, like, you know, just enjoying our time together. And so when we first get seated, and this will all make sense as to why I'm telling this part in a minute. When we get seated, our waiter, he was a dude, and he's like, hey, I'm about to go take out the trash, and then I'll be right back to take you guys' order. So we're like, okay, cool. So he went to go take out the trash, comes back, everything's cool. He takes our order. We're chilling, interacting with other people, laughing, whatever. So fast forward to we're done eating, about to go back outside to of course get in the car and leave. And I'm walking to the car, and mind you guys, if you guys know, like, me and my boyfriend, he plays a lot. Like, he's a really playful person. He's really like silly or whatever. And so when we're like walking to the car, he's like, oh my God, he's like, somebody busted your window. And I'm like, no, they didn't. Like, he's always playing. So I'm like, no, they didn't. Like, whatever. Until I walk up on my car and my window was busted. And so I didn't even know what to do, y'all. Like, I stopped and I froze for a minute. And the first thing my boyfriend says is, he's like, babe, the MacBook. Because basically when I have videos that I want up at a certain time or edited by a certain day and time, I will take my laptop with me, so that way if I'm not doing anything, I can edit. Or if I'm out with him and he's busy, whatever the case may be, I can edit. So yeah, I brought everything with me. This is the part that really makes me feel like somebody was watching us or something like that. Because literally, when I tell y'all, when we left our meeting, mind y'all, our meeting was like in a location, like, it looked deserted. Like, nobody was there except us and the person that we were meeting with. So I wasn't really understanding how they knew that my MacBook, I'm not gonna say where my MacBook was, but I'm not understanding how they knew that my MacBook was in the car. And mind you, I hate leaving stuff like that in the car, but in that sense, we were going to get food, and I was like, okay, so we hid it to make sure it wasn't, you know, in sight. We hid it, and it was in a book bag, first of all. We hid the book bag to make sure, like, it wasn't in plain sight. Like, even if somebody was all up in my car when I wasn't there, you would have never known that that was in there, you know? So yeah, that's what really made me think, like, okay, somebody was most definitely watching us. So yeah, I believe that somebody was watching us that day, because it's like, how would somebody know, like, exactly where to look? And y'all, they didn't take anything else out of my car. Legit, they didn't take anything else out of my car. Mind y'all, there was some other stuff in there that they could have took. I ain't gonna name it. It ain't in there no more, because after this situation, no, we learned our lesson. But it was some other stuff in the car that they could have taken that was way more valuable. But I'm just like, how did you know that that particular thing was in there? So mind you guys, it was more than just my MacBook that was in that bag that they took, because they took the entire bag, and it was more than just my MacBook in that bag. So they stole my MacBook, they stole my hard drive, they stole, what else? It was so much. They stole 2 MacBook chargers. They stole my case for my SD cards. They stole all my SD cards. And if you're a content creator and use a camera, you know that SD cards are not cheap at all whatsoever. Like, SD cards are not cheap. And I'm like, y'all not gonna be able to use none of this. Like, there's my MacBook is of course password protected. And then I can easily just, you know, shut it down from my phone. And then my hard drive is like encrypted. Like, you can't get into anything. So what was the point of you taking all of this? And my thing was, nobody heard nothing. Like, y'all didn't hear my window bust. And my dad was telling me there's some type of device that people use or whatever, so when they are doing stuff like this, you can't hear it. But my thing is, it was broad daylight in a parking lot of a very popular seafood place. Like, how? That's just not, I don't know, that's just not sticking with me. Oh, I'm using the Essence Lash Princess also on my lashes. But yeah, that just wasn't sitting right with me. I just didn't understand how nobody heard that. And they went through like other stuff in my car, but you could tell like they didn't really like get deep in my car or whatever, because it was a few things open and thrown around, but they didn't find the for real stuff. They went straight for my MacBook for the most part. So yeah, and I'm just still not understanding how the heck nobody saw this. Fast forward, they're about to close and we're waiting on the police to pull up. And our waiter, the dude that was our waiter, came outside and he was like, oh my gosh, he was like, it's crazy because when I came out here to take the trash out before you guys ordered, he was like, it looked like your window was down. He was like, I thought your window was down. He was like, I didn't realize it was busted. And I was like, so you telling me this happened like when we first walked into the restaurant? Like, now I know y'all were watching us because this happened when we first walked into the restaurant. So y'all was like, okay, they just walked in. We got ample amount of time to get this. And I'm glad I did not let my boyfriend go outside and get his jacket for me because I don't know if they was armed. And my boyfriend don't be caring. Like, he just be ready to fight. And I wasn't finna let that happen. So I don't know if they were armed or not. So I'm happy that he stayed inside because a MacBook and all that is replaceable. Like, I'm still in the process of replacing everything. But for the most part, I have most of my stuff back already. But I just say all that to say, like, y'all are gonna definitely go through some trials and tribulations when it comes to chasing a dream or just life in general. And for a minute there, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was sad. Like, I was super sad. And I was just like, dang, like, I'm gonna have to get all this back. And I'm just like, I was being so consistent with my content. Like, I was being hard on myself. I was like, I've been so consistent with my content. And, you know, I just got everything that I needed. And I had so many plans and stuff. Like, I was down bad. I couldn't record for a minute because I didn't have anything to edit on and I didn't want to edit on my phone. Which, don't be like me. If you still have resources to put content out and this is something that you really want to do, put your content out. Use your resources. Like, right now, my lighting is terrible because I record on my phone now. I need a new ring light. But I'm still going to put out this content for y'all. I'm still going to keep it pushing because I have goals that I want to meet. And I'm trying to grow with you guys on this channel. So I'm going to do what I have to do. But yeah, I just say all that to say, don't let things like that get you down. And it was like, yeah, it was a minor setback. At the same time, as y'all can see now, I'm still pushing out content. My videos are doing pretty good. And yeah, just don't let stuff like that stop you. And I feel like sometimes God will most definitely test our faith. And he's like, okay, yeah, this happened, but what are you going to do about it? Are you going to give up? Are you going to pout about it? Or are you going to put your foot on the gas and do what you need to do? So but yeah, that was definitely a test for me. My boyfriend definitely helped me kind of keep going and get out of my funk because I was in a little funk for a minute. And my shout out to my friends as well because they were like, you still got to record. Shout out to Omar because he said the same thing. Omar told me get up and go get a new laptop. Do what you got to do to get one. And I did just that. But you guys, if it's really something that you are passionate about and something that you really want to do and something that's just like on your heart, that's like you feel like this is something that makes me happy, this is something that I enjoy, then let me be the first to tell you, go for it, honey. Like, for real, for real. It's 2021 and use what you have. If you have to, use what you have. And also, when you're doing something you love, or when you're doing something you love, or you make the decision to chase a dream or just do what makes you happy, please know you're going to go through so many obstacles. It's not going to be 100% easy. Like, you're going to have days where you're going to want to be like, I don't want to do this anymore, or whatever the case may be. Keep going. Please keep going, because nothing worth having is going to come easy. And I'm just sharing this message because I've been through it, still going through it. I have days where I don't want to record. I have days where I'm in my head the whole time and I'm just weighing out like, well, I can't do this because of this, I can't do that because of that. But I have people in my life that don't allow me to make excuses for myself, and I feel like that's a good thing. So make sure you also have those people in your corner that tell you what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. But yeah, that's just a little something that I went through, a little minor setback. That's it, that I wanted to share with you guys. But yeah, that is the end of this video, and I just want to tell you guys to keep going. This is my natural no makeup look, I guess. And y'all don't be brutal. Y'all know this is I'm not a makeup person, okay? So I'm not a pro. I'm just working with what I got, I guess. But yeah, this is really just how it turned out. No makeup look. And stay tuned for how I decide to style my hair for today. If you're not following me on Instagram, that video will actually be posted on my Instagram. So if you guys would like to see how I decide to style my hair today, which is actually going to involve a head wrap with my braids, then yeah, go follow me on my social media. It'll be down below in the description box, and stay tuned. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Bye.